What's up, and welcome to another episode. Master Moats film session, and today, man, we talking about Payton Wilson. We obviously saw him have his first NFL action preseason game against the Houston Texans, and I thought he did some things that were pretty good. But he also has some stuff that you want to clean up as well, so figure we'll react to some of that stuff, man, and break it down with the tape. But you already know the drill. Hit that like button one time for the culture. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, because this is how we get down, baby. But let's go ahead and tap in and check out this first play. So starting this play off, man, as you can see, this is Payton Wilson's first official play as a Pittsburgh Steelers in a game, man. Started out on punt team. Here he is right here at the left tackle spot. Not going to bore you with a ton of the details on special teams. I know that everybody is into that. But as a whole, man, his job is to, contain the ball carrier, be on this side of the field. All right. Typically around like the numbers area. And then that's how these guys would kind of fan out. All right. But like I said, we ain't going to bore you with all that. It's more so just putting this on because I want you to see just the type of player that Payton is, man. First NFL snap. Let's watch him. Gets jammed up a little bit. Hits the ground. All right. But let's watch him. Still in the fight. Boom. Get home. Make a tackle, man. It's the one thing, man, that we said consistently showed up on his tape in college. His effort, his ability to find the ball carrier. That's been what's showing up all throughout training camp. And even here, man, first official NFL play. Obviously, pad level was a little high. This guy's getting up there and pretty good. Trips up on his own man. But still stays in the fight. Understands I have to leverage the ball. And now, boom. Head across. Ball carrier down, man. Prevent a big explosive return. Like I said, man. Nothing crazy. But just shows, man, the type of player that he is. And what we could expect to see from him the rest of this game. So let's go look at the defense side of the ball now. All right. So this first play, we get a chance to see Payton Wilson's first defensive snap. I mean, I'm excited about it. I know you are. So let's talk about it, man. That's Payton right there. You know how we do. We'll play it in full speed. Then after that, we'll break it down. But, special teams are cool. Nothing against special teams, but this is what we came to see, man. This is what we came to see, man. This is what we came to see. Your first snap on defense. This is what we came to see. If you about that life, show me you about that life. All right. Let's get to it, though, man. 21 personnel is what the offense is in. All right. Running back right there. Damian Pierce. Got your fullback. And then that's your tight end. So 2 backs, 1 tight end, 21 personnel. Okay. But a lot of things going on in this play to start it off. Okay. First off, what do we have here, man? Well, we have 4 strong. 1, 2, 3, 4 eligible receiver threats to one side of the field. Whenever you get 4 strong, everybody kind of cheats over because there isn't that much of a threat of anything being on the backside over here, okay? So that's why you initially see Payton cheated all the way over to about the A gap, or almost stacking the nose in terms of Keanu, and you see a Landon out here over top of the 5 technique, the DN, okay? Or excuse me, the 4I in this situation, the DN, okay? So from here, though, as that motion comes back, right, you see them balance the formation back out, okay? Because now with him coming back to the home position, which is here, now this play can hit front side or back side, right? So when it's like that, that's why they get back to their normal alignments, being right over top of the guards, okay? But as the play continues, what else do we get? Whoa, easy 47. Don't give me no false start now. We also get a little bit of a motion, okay, to the boundary by 47. Now, whenever we have a fullback on the field, that's a big indicator for us on defense. Fullbacks take you to the football because why are they out there? They're out there to block, and they want to block for this guy. All right. So typically those guys are going to be leading you in the direction that the ball carrier wants to run to. All right. Now, with it being a fullback on the field, you have an added or an additional gap responsibility because that fullback will carry an extra gap. All right. Just because of how he can block certain things up. So as we sit here initially, that's kind of what we're thinking, right? This guy can't be wrong. Front side or backside. E-Rob will play off of that. There, boom. And this guy will be outside. But because of the fullback being here, right? This guy, if he goes and blocks him, you got to get over top. Y'all got to bump, right? Clear that up. This fullback were to come this way. They got to go and fit that up because it will be an additional gap based off of him in his alignment, okay? So those are the little details of what that fullback means, okay? So play starts. What do we get? Payton has good eyes. It's fast flow in the sense that what? You got toss action, all right? 47 is getting out there to the outside backer. Tackle is climbing up on Payton. Guards climbing up on E-Rob. But the beautiful thing is this. Where's his eyes? He sees what he wants to see, okay? He's attacking ball. And that's what I love. Now, we could coach this up and say, man, get your eyes on 64. Play him first, defeat him. Then go find the ball carrier. But I think for Payton, he just has a nice feel for this because it shows up a lot. And it showed up a lot in this game specifically as well. When these tackles climb up very fast on him, he will dip up under them and use his athleticism, and it shows consistently on his tape. So as 64 is climbing up, that one hand is not stopping Payton. Gets down, nice rip, but this is the part that I love. Watch the athleticism. Look at the hips, look at the knee bend, and watch when he gets up out of this, the explosion, man. Very, very impressive, man. Like I said, Damian Pierce is a really good running back in this league, man. So whenever you're talking about a guy being able to get him down one-on-one and in a little bit of a less advantageous position, this is good work. But I like the eyes, not wasting time with that blocker, and then go make a play. You feel like you can go get him, go get him. And I like that at the end too, man. I don't know if y'all saw that, right? He felt like he was down, but because he got up and kept running, Payton was like, hey, bro, I'm about to go get after you again. Finishing the play. That's the one thing I do continue to like, man. That does continue to show up on his tape. Go finish it. It's like, oh, you're not down? Oh. Easy, big fella. Easy. All right, so now we get a chance to see Payton making another play on defense, but a little bit different action happening in front of him. Has a little bit of a D-line movement, but I do feel like it just shows Payton's, understanding of the defense and his eyes where they need to be. So we'll play this in full speed like we always do. And then after that, we will break it down. We obviously see the homie Payton right there. All right. Like when they playing fast. Baby. Let's talk about this thing real quick, all right? So starting this thing out for Payton. Let me rewind this back just a little bit. So to initially see his alignment, see we have one back, right? So typical with one back, you would have one gap, meaning here. That's that. Or actually, because he's bossed over, it would probably be here, and then that would be his gap there, all right? But as a whole, the thing that I want to say is this, man. Shout out to Terrell Austin. He has a little bit of a D-line stunt on. So these guys are all crashing down with the mindset being, I want to take up, those two and these two, hopefully with just, 1, 2, and either 3 or this third guy over here. That's kind of the mindset. So now you're getting the look of, the bonus defender. 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3. And you're trying to have him be that, just the extra guy one-on-one. But the only way that works is if you can have, one of these D linemen chew up 2 blockers in some capacity. So that's the whole mindset behind these D-line stunts that we're going to see as this play progresses, okay? So right now we get that. Shout out to Larry O right here. Takes his step. He's got 2 blockers, right? Now we got Herbig one-on-one here, but he's crossing this guy's face, so that should eat that guy up, right? So we're going to get the numbers that we're looking for, which is what? Muddied that up. That's taken away That's taken away. Now we have what? 1-on-1 potentially. And that's all you're looking for in the run game. If you can get that extra free defender, perfect. Because if everybody's blocked up, now 31 is just finding a hole and he's going to hit his head on the goalpost, or it's going to be up on the safety, and you don't want that. But here, we've seen that's taken away, that's blocked up, that's muddied up. We have exactly what we wanted. Our guy versus their guy in the hole, and now it's up to our guy to make that tackle. The guys that make these tackles consistently get paid a good amount of money, and they get to play this game for a long time. The guys that do not consistently make this play have a little bit of a rougher go in terms of, having some sustainability with their NFL careers. But the beautiful thing that I will say from Payton, first game out, and this is Dameon Pierce. We know he's a really good running back. He, has shown that since coming onto the scene in Houston. But one-on-one in the hole, make the play. Make the play. Like it, baby. I like it. A lot of guys get those one-on-one opportunities, but not a lot of guys make those plays consistently. And that's definitely what you want to see right there from the young guy, Payton Wilson, on defense. But as a whole, man, good understanding. Those guys are D-line twisting or stunting inside, so you don't have anything that's keeping you over here. You do not need to be in a hurry to go this way. Everything is going to be outside because of the D-line chopping it up with the stunt. Now, my only other thing would be if this was a blitz, and I don't think it is, okay? Because I think if it was a blitz, the landing would be faster over top, okay? So I don't think it's a blitz. But if it was, my only coaching point would simply be just be tighter when you're coming downhill, man. Take some of that air out of it. But like I said, I don't think it was a blitz. I do feel like it was just a regular D-line stunt, and Payton just is reading this, and that's ultimately why it plays out like that. But good job by him. And you do see E-Rob at the end getting over there. But I think that that's, like I said, just how they're reading and reacting to this play versus it being a called blitz. But definitely good play right there by Payton Wilson, man. All right, so here we get a chance to see Payton once again versus a run, but a little bit different of an approach for him on defense and without a little bit of the D-line movement going on in front of him. But we'll play this in full speed like we always do, and then after that, we'll break it down. But yeah, like the fact that we get a chance to watch this tape of this young fella right here, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Go make a play. Go make another one. All right. So we starting this thing out, man. We're in base personnel. And how do we know that? What are our indicators? Nose tackle, baby. 1, 2, 3 down D linemen. Now we have our 4 LBs. Okay. So that's your simple 3-4 defense. That's our base defense that we run here in Pittsburgh. We also have one bag. So one bag means one gap, okay? So in theory, the way that this play should work out by design is outside leverage, C, B. If Keanu goes front side A, E-Rob's backside A, Loudermilk in the backside B, Kyron off of the edge on the backside, all right? That's typically how this play works, man, in terms of the defense, because it is just one running back, all right? Shoot, on defense, we like when it's one back, man. It makes it a little simple, especially in the run game. But in terms of the run play, we're just getting a little inside zone action right here. So that's where you see all the offensive linemen racing to get to the outside shoulder of the D lineman, trying to scoop, climb up. He's trying to, well, he doesn't have to touch him because I think he feels that this guy can get to that. But 64 is trying to climb up to Payton, and then 86 is going to be kicking out on Herbig. So for Pierce, he's going to be reading probably Larry right here. If Larry, is climbed up, then he'll cut it inside. If he feels like this guy's reached, he'll take it outside. All right, simple concept right here. But what do we get? Shoot. Good position by Larry. Then ultimately, man, on the backside, it's flat, fast flow. But these dudes are doing a good job in terms of mucking it up. Not a lot over here. So for Payton, the thing that I like is this. The play before, what did 64 do? All right, we talked about him. He was all the way up here high, and Payton just kind of dipped under him, went through, shot the gap, made the play. Now we're seeing a little bit of gamesmanship from 64. because he played the last one a little bit faster. Now he's slow playing this one. And for Payton, what does he do? Man, I'm a better athlete than you. My eyes are not on you. My eyes are on what I'm hunting, which is the running back right here. So from there, foot in the ground, 64. You're not as athletic as Payton. Yep. And you want to hold him. It's okay. But good job by Payton, utilizing that athleticism, eyes on the ball carrier. And then from here, go make a play. Go make a play. This is kid's first NFL game. First time in the stadium. First time with that black and gold on him. But I will say, man, fired up. You see him bucking and barking, talking with his guys. That showed up a lot on his tape. But I thought he just played fast and he played with confidence. It wasn't perfect, okay? We got a couple plays we'll talk about. But I just thought as a whole, the edge that he played with, his ability to go find that ball and not look like the moment was too big. That's what you want to see, man. That's what you want to see. But I thought this was a really good job by Payton right here, man. Understanding, once again, man, I'm a better athlete than these guys trying to block me. I do not have to take myself out the play to go engage with that guy. I can go make the play, actually. And that's what he did. All right, so far we've had a chance to see Payton really getting downhill versus the run. We obviously saw that first play of him covering the punt, making his first official NFL tackle. But we also want to see him in coverage, because that is one of the things that, you know, he did a really good job at NC State on his tape, showing that he could, you know, not just be a elite player against the run, but also a high-end defender versus the pass because of his athleticism. And I thought he did some good things in this game, so we'll obviously break some of that down. But if you're enjoying the content, hit that like button one time for the culture. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're this far in the video, you might as well subscribe, because clearly you like what you're seeing, baby. So let's keep it going. But you already know what time it is, man. So let's get back to this tape. All right, so we finally get a chance to see some of this Payton Wilson coverage action, okay? Here he is, middle of the field right here. They're in their nickel personnel. And we'll talk about what he does well on this play. But you already know how we're going to get it in, man. I'm going to play this in full speed. And then after that, we're going to break it down. A little empty action. Let's watch him work. A little two-man. Shout out to Montravius Adams with the sack. I love the celebration. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so in terms of the defense, Steelers are playing their Tampa 2. All right, so all Tampa 2 is this. You got squat corner, squatting corner right here, middle runner. It should be vertical hook defender here. We'll call him VH. Another vertical hook, because that corner up top is, like we said, squatting like JPJ. Half and half. All right, that's ultimately what this is. Now, every once in a while, you might flip-flop assignments. This guy comes down and plays a squat. This guy bursts back. But as a whole, that's what Tampa 2 is, okay? Made famous by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Coach Tom was down there, but Derek Brooks, that middle runner, getting all the interceptions, man. Shout out to, Derek Brooks. All right, but from here, man, we get empty formation, okay? So as the middle runner in the Tampa 2 defense, your assignments or the order of operations are as this, man. You're going to open up if it's 2 by 2, meaning 2 receivers on one side, 2 receivers on the other side. You will open up to the faster combination of receivers at the number 2 slot, okay? So we always say open up to speed first or to number 3. Now, in this case, number 3 is declared, right? 3 eligible receivers on this side, 1, 2, 3, and it's only 2 eligible defenders on that side. So you would open up to 3, okay? So those are the rules for the middle runner, all right? So as the play starts, you see him kind of giving a little ground because you don't have a threat of run, and this is Davis Mills. Davis Mills is not about to pull this thing and try to run it, all right? So give a little ground. That's ultimately what he just did. And from here, you got to stay on top of it, right? So I love how he opens up. And this is the thing. Watch Davis the whole time. He is eyeing this side of the field, and specifically this matchup, because this is what you're hunting in the Tampa 2. You want to get your speed or your wide receiver at the third position, third eligible position, because that matches him up with your linebacker. All right, so watch Davis this whole time. He wants him. It's not there, though. Obviously, for Payton, he understands how to play this thing, man. Okay? In terms of high to low, you're late to any run, but you didn't have run action because it was empty. So give ground, get up out of there soon. But vision, he has vision on the quarterback because this is not man to man. Now, for KZ, he's playing this a little bit more aggressive. He's seeing where the sticks are. But I love what I'm seeing from Payton in terms of his eyes right here on the Tampa 2 middle run. Now, once he sees that, hey, man, this dude is about to break contain, in terms of he's trying to get out the pocket now because Montravius is winning. Now, eyes are even bigger because if he tries to do anything reckless throwing this ball, whether it's to this crosser or to this guy, Payton is ready to put that foot in the ground and get downhill on this because that technically is his responsibility. As that middle runner, you're in between these vertical hook defenders. So, yeah, that is definitely what happened on the backside with KZ and Dante Jackson. Looks like Dante is going to play the deep half. KZ is given that vertical hook just from a top-down look. Like I said, those two guys are veterans, so that's why they're window dressing it like that. But over here, you just got E-Rob giving you your regular vertical hook coverage. JPJ, your squat corner. And then they did, I think this is Beanie Bishop up here because it is nickel. They utilized him as a squat corner. So just dressed it up a little bit. But as a whole, still, you're getting that Tampa too, okay? But I do like this, though, by Payton. Like I said, the play ends in a sack, and that's a great job by Montravius. I love what he did with his rush. But excellent job by Payton understanding the assignment and executing it because that's what Davis was hunting this whole time. You watch him, he's not looking at anything over here. These are the two big bodies. Look at that. That's like a tight end, or is that a fullback? And it's definitely a tight end over here. All right. But what they're trying to get is this guy, this wide receiver, on Payton. That's what this is, man. But this is rush and coverage working together. Payton understanding the threat, give a little bit of ground, okay? Now from there, open up the three, stay on top of it, eyes seeing what you need to see, and then from there, your rush got to win, all right? And that's ultimately what we get right there. But you know we're going to talk some more coverage, so let's get to it. All right, so on this play, we get a chance to see Payton in man-to-man coverage. All right, got a little cover one robber on this play. But you know how we do, we'll play it in full speed, and after that, we will break it down. Is this not full speed? Why am I not playing it on full speed? Come on, team. We better than this, are we not? I mean, I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you guys. All right, cut me some slack here. But here we go. Full speed action. This was going to get interesting. Shout out to Ryan Watts. That was going to get real interesting right there, man. But cover one robber essentially is this, man. Man. All right. Deep middle, and that's your robber. He's going to come down here, be the low hole, and he's looking to take anything that's coming across this middle, man. All right. So for Payton, he understands that, hey, I have this guy man to man, but I have a little bit of help to my inside, low and inside. So that's why as this play begins, you're going to see him slightly shade outside, okay, of this tight end right here. See that first little step? That lets me know he understands where his leverage is. All right, you don't want to get beat to your leverage side. He has outside leverage because low hole defender is going to, or the robber is going to be coming inside. So that's how you play that, all right? But then from there, watch the athleticism. Patient, stand square, eyes on his work, and he's breaking, right? This guy's coming out, this guy's breaking, ball, right? I think it would have caught it, or it would have been a bang-bang play in terms of, you know, him getting over top and getting his hands in there. But the beautiful thing that I like is he's in position to make this play. He is ready for whatever it is going to be. And you can see him right there. He would have been, you know, going for a tackle essentially right here. Now, good job. I think it was Loudermilk who got a little bit of this ball to tip it. But I'm interested to see, man, if it doesn't get tipped. I think Ryan Watts picks this and he's walking into the end zone. But that's the beautiful part of this play right there. And once again, you see Payton, man, fired up. These two dudes were going at it, though. That turned into a nice little matchup, man, throughout the night. But I like the patience. I like the eyes. And he's inside hand. Let me get back to show you some of that detail as well, man. He's coming across with that inside. So secures the tackle with the outside hand is what he's doing technique-wise. And he's reaching with his left arm. I don't know if you can see it right in there to play for the PBU. Excellent in terms of just the fundamentals of the position in terms of being in coverage. All right, whenever you're going to go try to get this PBU, if you're not going to be coming clean in terms of undercutting the interception, then yeah, you got to secure the tackle with one hand, shoot with the other hand. And, you know, if you miss with this hand, you at least going to make the tackle and bring this guy down. But like I said, I like what Ryan was seeing right here, man. Shout out to Ryan Watson. I thought he played well also. But nice job right there by Payton in coverage, understanding the assignment, understanding where his help was, and executing it to a high level. All right, so on this play, we get a chance to see Payton once again in cover one, but this time, you know, doesn't have the most favorable outcome. But we're going to talk about why that happened and ultimately what he can do to make it not happen again. But you know how we're going to do this thing. Let's play this thing in full speed. Obviously, that's Payton. And then after that, we're going to break this thing on down. Little man-to-man, him and his buddy 87. Uh-oh. Watch him talk back to him. See him talking back to him. Like I said, them dudes, man, they had a nice little night together, man. Shout out to both of those guys, man. That's the good part about, you know, getting back into the stadium, playing against other guys, man. You get to see that type of stuff, man. Play before, Payton barking at him. He done made a play on Payton, now he's talking back, man. But ultimately on this play, we got a nickel blitz. So just nickel cover one. Sending Beanie Bishop, everybody else that's contained. Man-to-man, man-to-man. Mark is on the running back. Then from there, high to low. Ryan on Robert Woods. Shout out to my dog Robert Woods too, man. Former teammate of mine up in Buffalo. Still doing his thing. Shout out, man. But that's the situation right here from a defensive standpoint, all right? So for Payton, you know, he has to go out there initially. Assignment check is what we call it. Whenever they line that guy out there, they want to see if you're going to walk out there or not. If you don't walk out, they're going to throw it to him. If they like the matchup, they're going to throw it to him. But they want to get an indicator zone versus man. Because if it's zone, Payton Wilson would not have walked out there. But because it's man, that's why he needed to walk out there. All right. So as we start the play, though, see this communication from Payton with Anthony and Mark. Not sure what they were saying, but, you know, it's man-to-man, so can never hurt having conversation, right? We send the blitz, though. Shout out to Beanie on the blitz. Shout out to Mark Robinson hugging as well, you know? Can do it a little faster. Now it really looks like a blitz with two guys where, in all actuality, Mark is just in coverage, but since his running back is blocking the blitzer, he adds on so that way the offense can't be right. Everything is perfect with this play. Defense is good. Everybody's in position. Payton's in position. The problem is this. We have a eye violation, okay? Payton is thinking that this guy is going to continue to run an out route because that's what he started to do. And if that was the case, then Payton would be fine. His eyes are on the quarterback. He wants to jump this and get his name in the paper, right? Pick six this thing. The problem is this guy isn't running an out. He's running an arrow route. It's like out, coming back in, all right? That's a problem because eyes in the backfield. As this guy is settling, he doesn't settle. Payton is a way better athlete than this guy. And if Payton had his eyes on this guy, Payton would be reacting with no problem to this play. Unfortunately for Payton, man, young guy in the stadium, first preseason game, eyes in the backfield. We get the eye violation. Davis Mills throws a catchable ball. But shout out to the effort and the closing speed, gets the ball carried on the ground. We know nobody's going to be perfect, but you want to see him at least be able to get that guy on the ground after a mistake, and that's where the athleticism kind of pays off. But this is a play that I know for a fact Payton can defend with no issues. This is simple technique issues right here, man. He's fine right here, but I feel like because he knows he's a better athlete and he feels like this is completely covered because as it stands right now, it is. But the route isn't finished. And that's the part right here. Eyes need to be on 87, not on 10, okay? Like I said, best way to play man defense is to have your eyes on your man, all right? And he understands that. But like I said, I do like this at the end. Go get him. I don't care. You messed up, so what? Go get him. Don't let one bad play turn into two bad plays, right? You allow that catch, now you moping. Now this dude is still running. That's a bigger issue. Go get him on the ground. I like it. And, hey, who cares? He's talking. All right, bet. Get him back next play, baby. Get him back next play. All right, so this final play, once again, just shows Payton Wilson in coverage. Cover one again. All right. But a little bit different outcome for him. Shout out to the homie. All right. But you know how we do this thing, man. So let's get right to it. Okay. See what he does. See what he does. Eyes on his work. Eyes out the backfield. But I like it, though. I like it. Get you a tackle. Okay. All right, let's talk about it, baby. Defensively, nice little cover one hole. Okay. Difference between hole versus robber. Robber is usually top down safety coming to rob something. Hole is usually a low hole defender. Linebacker. All right. Maybe on occasion a nickel. Right? But you typically are thinking LBs in terms of just whole player versus robbers, okay? So with this, man-to-man on the back right there, it is empty personnel. So that was kind of how they were doing the empty checks this game. Just playing it back and forth, man. We saw the Tampa 2 early on. This time they went to cover one, but it is a little bit later in the game, all right? But from here, everybody's man-to-man. That's your low hole defender. And then Killebrew is your deep safety. Now, rules of the low hole defender is once that ball snaps, whichever way QB is looking, or if you have any crossing routes, you're trying to cut and help out one way or the other, okay? And that's what you get from Mark. That's how we get Mark matched up on Robert Woods, okay? But as this play starts, you see for Payton, eyes are on his work. And that's the thing that I do like right here, man. Very fundamentally sound on this play. Eyes where they need to be. The running back is chipping the edge rusher, sign of respect. We like that. But now from there, eyes where they're supposed to be. He feels athletically, yo, I'm good. He's seeing ball and man, okay, just because he's playing it top down. I do like the change up from that, or change up by him on this play. The last play was a lot tighter. And when you're tighter to the guy, it's important that your eyes are a little bit better because you're not going to have as much free time or as much time to react to, you know, this guy running that arrow, the angle route that we just saw in that previous play. But here, he's giving you just a little bit of an out, and he's going to try to will it up. Payton can see all of this with his vision because of the depth that he's playing it from, okay? So that's why it's not as critical on this play. Even if this back were to come back across his face, he still is in a great position to be able to defend that, whereas on the previous play, that was not the case. So from here, that's why you see him start to what? React a little bit, right? This guy was willing up. He's standing on top of the route. But he also sees, okay, that play just cut. Hey, man, this guy just caught the ball. All right, go be a playmaker, right? So from here, this is what I like. Don't allow yourself to get blocked. Foot fake the defender, or in this case, the blocker, the receiver, okay? Foot fake him. Now get in here and make a tackle. We know your friend, you know, Mark, this is a tough matchup. Linebacker versus wide receiver on a crossing route where he's cutting them off. Yeah, that's tough. So it's a chase mode, but you can help this guy, and that's ultimately what Payton does by stepping around his work, putting his face in the fan, and yeah, that does hurt on occasion. But 93 appreciates you for doing that, though. And that's what you got to do sometimes, man. It's bigger than you. But nice job by him right here, man. Understanding the chip. All right, playing it top down, maintaining good depth on the play. And then from there, do not allow yourself to get blocked. Because imagine this. Let's rewind this real quick. And let's just say for hypothetical purposes, Payton wanted to be lazy right here and allow this guy to block him. 93 is not about to catch two. And now you got Killebrew, you know, one-on-one with this guy within 15 yards in the end zone. It just makes it a lot more of a stressful play on the defense, on Killebrew, on everybody involved. But we don't have to worry about that because Payton actually went out there and made the play. So shout out to him for that, man. All right, so you've had a chance to see some of the things that Payton Wilson did really well in the game. We also saw some of the things that we're going to want him to clean up a little bit also. But you guys let me know your thoughts on what you saw from Payton Wilson in his first NFL action with the Pittsburgh Steelers, preseason game 1, and ultimately what you're expecting to see from him going forward as well. But either way, you know I appreciate you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. But as always, until next time, baby, peace.